Combined High Schools Regatta was first contested in 1967 and brought together students from 42 high schools, sailing 35 different classes in a fleet of 112 boats of all shapes and sizes. The fleet almost trebled at various times over the ensuing years. The event is now 55 years young and still going strong. The inaugural winner of the overall championship was Venture, a 12-foot skiff skippered by Peter Shipway, a now well-respected international sailor and yachting commentator.
Bob Snape was really the founding father of the Schools Regatta. I mean, he was a marvellous convener of it all. He organised everything, and, at later times we became very good friends, and I always remembered him fondly because he was the man that put the regatta on the map, and I was lucky enough to win the first regatta. There was a whole mixture of boats, from catamarans to moths to cherubs. I don't think there was many 12-foot skiffs. We might have been the only one there. And somehow they had some handicapping formula that equated them all. So we're all thrown in together. And because we had no idea how the handicaps worked, we really didn't know what we had to do. It was not a case of cover this bloke or whatever. There's no way you could cover a catamaran. But it was still light. It was still an advantage to have this big spinnaker. So we went out and did well again. But I don't think we got line on us. We were certainly in the mix. And we were unrigging. And I remember it as clear as day that Big Jack Morgan, who was a well-known figure at certainly the Lake Macquarie Yacht Club, and I can still see him, big man, he came down to me and he said, congratulations, you've won.
The regatta has come a long way since Peter's victory in 1967. It's now a national event, the Australian Secondary Schools Championship. The club's newly built boatshed was named in honour of a valued life member, Brian Ellis. Brian opened the facility in December 2011. The area was formerly the Toby Nichols Marine site, as well as some adjacent residential property, and was levelled to make way for the new facility. The shed provides storage for the club's many sailing craft. Brian served as a director, treasurer, commodore, vice president and president during an unbroken run from 1973 until 2011. Brian was an accomplished sailor in the Cadet, Finn, Dragon and Merlin rocket classes and was a triallist for the Great Britain team for the 1960 Rome Olympic Games. During his 16-foot skiff career, Brian won the Inter-Dominion Championship in Auckland and represented at numerous New South Wales and Australian championships. The Brian Ellis Boatshed accommodates the club's Sailability program, fostered by then club president Kevin Buxton in 1997. The program is one of the most active in the country, with more than 50 volunteers and 40 sailors operating for most of the year. Sailing takes place each weekday morning from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. The initiative seeks to provide opportunities for people with intellectual and physical disabilities to participate in sailing.